conversation. Mr. Function, come off it, teach
All right. Welcome back to the Pouring Rain podcast. I am Bert.
And just balls here.
Yeah, Kenny
balls.
couldn't make it today, so we're gonna try to
Needs a
entertain you
bacchiotomy.
ourselves. He needs a back. I'd say he needed a bacchiotomy. Yo, speaking of, real quick, I watched like Supercell. Have you seen like all the commercials for it? Like all the press has got like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like it's based in London, and
Is it about a storm?
huh?
Is it about a storm?
No. It's about like it's like superhero like.
Like
But it's
some-
like
okay.
it's cool. It's kind of a cool concept. It has something to do with like sickle cell disease and like how that mutates into some, into some people, like, and gives them like weird superpowers.
It's a black thing.
It's a black thing, exactly. But one of, one of the best, like, I love their like subtle jokes, right? Because he's like, oh, we can ask your stepdad, right? And he's like, he's not my stepdad. And he's like, I thought he was giving your mother severe back shots.
Oh my
That was fucking
God.
He's like, but you know how they say it in their like language. They're like, he goes, he's giving your mother severe back shots, isn't he? He's like, then he's your stepdad.
It's fucked.
Severe back shots.
Severe.
It was so great, but it's pretty cool, and it like the whole first season is like it's just getting going. So I think they approved their second season.
Okay.
It's just fun to watch.
Oh, we didn't introduce Samson.
Oh, I'm sorry. Samson here is taking the place of Kenny. He'll fall asleep in a minute. Don't worry. Maybe we'll catch him snoring on the mic, hot mic.
Let me know if you start snoring. I'll turn the mic up.
Turn me up on the headphones. But a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack.
Kamala. Let's just get right into it.
Well, this is what bothers me the most, right? Is that people don't get that you're supposed to vote for your choice, right? Like as a Democrat, whether you're far left, whatever the fuck it is, if you consider yourself a Democrat, don't you want to vote for
Your candidate.
for your candidate?
Yeah.
No, they just put her in there.
Just
Here you go.
this is now your choice.
This
Like,
isn't your choice.
so now,
Do you know what I'm saying?
what pisses me off the most is that Democrats they love to throw around this is the end of democracy if Trump gets in. They love to. You can never say that ever fucking again. Because you are the one circumventing democracy.
Dude,
I don't give a fuck.
it's
would
so-
be if I was a Democrat, I'd be pissed off.
You should
and
be
by the way,
disgusted.
I'm an independent. I'm not saying this as a Republican.
You should be disgusted. I'm a registered Democrat.
Okay. I used to be.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
changed yours, but I'm still voting for RFK. I don't give a fuck. Like I can't bring myself to vote for Trump. I get there's some good Republican ideas, but I can't. Anyway, I can't believe that they just put her in your face and it's working.
And people are just like, oh, we hated her for so long, but now we love her.
Everybody
Everybody hated her.
Not
dude.
even that you hated her. She
Did nothing.
I feel like in the last 4 years she hasn't. Yeah, I haven't really heard from her. Like she hasn't said any. Has she picked a fucking like how they all pick like a little fucking subject that they kind of
the border. That was her thing. That was absolutely 100% was given to her by Joe Biden.
But you never hear.
I don't give a fuck if it's like the border czar. I don't give a fuck about the semantics of it all and the fucking words. She was in charge, and there is no doubting it. You can go back, and people act like the funniest part about it is them trying to kind of like play like try to do this like catch up where it's like, oh, we got to make her look good, and they keep saying like he never said this. She was never the border czar. She was never, and all they have to do is go back on their own fucking like networks.
Their own media, yeah.
Like people forget that all this shit is permanent. People have archives.
You mean this podcast is permanent?
permanent? Dude.
Fuck.
Everything we say.
Sorry about all of it.
I know I'm gonna get in trouble later on in life. It's okay. I've come to terms with it, and it's just amazing how little they think of Americans and how really stupid they think you are.
Yeah.
Because they just blatantly lie in your face. It's blatant propaganda.
But I always go back to people don't give a fuck. They really don't care these days, man.
They don't.
How do you get somebody to care? Like something really bad has to happen. Well, you don't care either.
I wish I didn't care. Honestly, man, I wish I didn't care.
I wish I could.
I wish I could go back to 1998 when I didn't give a fuck about politics at all.
Yeah.
I didn't even know who the fucking president was. Actually, I did. I knew it was Clinton.
Well, everybody knew it was
know?
Clinton. Clinton was a rock star, but you know, like I know what you mean. Like it's like
The only time I started caring was when after 9/11. That's when everything kind of fucking changed. For all of us. We were
young adults.
Yeah, we were young adults. We were going into the workforce. You know what I mean? Like really, like seriously going into the workforce.
Yeah.
Where we had we were out of school.
Yeah.
And we had a war that was about to fucking go down.
That's what I'm saying.
You know?
Like I had my own, it was my first piece of quote unquote real estate. Like I owned the condo, and like you said, it was just starting out. Just started bartending, not too many years into it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was impactful. It was like, okay, like it's time to worry about the world. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like real things impact you now.
Yes. Like I feel like we're in this bubble here, like, and it's deep now. Like,
well, then we went through. So me specifically, like we went into the workforce. Whatever. I was ready to go to war. Like, I was ready to go into the military.
you're gonna enlist?
Yeah, and my old man and my grandfather were like, nope, you're not going. They're like, you're not going. They're like, this is fucked up. There's something off here, kind of. You know what I mean?
Something
like,
weird.
Something weird. My dad was in during Vietnam. My grandfather made it all the way from Normandy to Berlin. It's crazy, man. The stories he had, like, liberated concentration camps, everything. Jesus. So I had a lot of people in my family who went to war, and they saw it. They saw it for what it was, and I think Vietnam really changed the way that people looked at war.
Yeah.
Because afterwards, you started seeing that it was kind of bullshit, and that we were there for all the wrong reasons,
And we lost.
and we pretty much lost.
We did.
Yeah.
There's no denying.
For all
intents and purposes, yeah, we lost.
So, they were very skeptical about what was going to happen after this, and like why it all went down, everything like that. So they were like, "Dude,
Don't jump the gun type of
You don't
thing.
need to be going to the military." And it wasn't like, "Oh, I'm going to go into the fucking Air Force and kind of just chill." I was like, "Yo, I'm enlisting in the fucking Army, the Marine." Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
"Dude, you're out of your fucking mind."
You would be front lines.
Yeah. I was all gung ho, and they're like, "Dude, really think about this." And I'm glad they did, because they're like, "You need to think about this very, very seriously."
Yeah, because it's like you said, you're going for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. And
You think they're going for the right reasons. You feel such pride in this country, and then when you're lied to about something like
Yep.
that, you know what I mean?
And then we start finding. Then we go into Iraq, which had nothing to do with 9/11 at all.
It was an excuse, man.
Over bullshit about weapons of mass destruction that they did not fucking have, which was 100% a fucking lie. It was fabricated evidence, fabricated everything. No one got fucking in trouble for it. We just, the only people who got in trouble for it were the fucking kids who fucking died over there.
Jesus.
That's it. Those are the people who got in trouble.
Yeah.
They got fucked up.
They paid the price for it.
So now you're as a young adult, we're seeing all this shit go down, and we're like, what the fuck is this? Then, I get a good job. I fucking buy a home. I'm fucking doing the right thing. It's 2006. A couple months later, the fucking bottom drops out, and the fucking housing market crisis happens because of fucking Wall Street dumping all and the subprime mortgage shit.
Yeah.
It's like every little thing that we just got shit on, and then shit on, and then shit on. It was like the 90s were fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Everything was going fucking money.
Yeah, from 2001 to 2000, what do you say, like 8, 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
It
a
was rough,
struggle.
man.
It was a struggle,
Rough.
man.
And then
But maybe after coming off of such a high, but my thing is I don't
the pendulum swung.
I don't know what the answers are. Like what are the right answers? You know what I mean? Like it's always about money. It
Yeah.
always ends up being about money.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like people, but I'll tell you what the answer is. You got to start holding people accountable. Wall Street was never held accountable.
They got bailed out.
George Bush never held accountable. All those people who lied never held accountable. The only people who were held accountable were the kids who fucking died.
I don't understand why Americans believe that billionaires want to do public service.
Yeah.
I never understand it. I don't get it. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that they think that taxing them, like crushing them with taxes, is somehow going to help you. All it does is set precedent for them to crush you.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, we're not the ones lining their pockets. That's all it comes down to, man. When it comes to fucking getting elected, you need billionaires on your side. You need some kind of super PAC. You need some kind of, especially at high levels.
You need money.
You need money. And that's the problem right there.
That's the problem. You need
money.
money.
Needs to be taken completely out of politics. And now that the Supreme Court has decided that money is free speech, which is insane to me. But that's the thing. Is like that means now that you have more free speech than someone. You can have more free speech than someone else. You can have more rights than another human being. Yeah. That's why I can't understand how that went down.
That's where it starts to, you know what I mean? That's where that fucking snowball effect starts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you start with the, like, first you super divided the classes, right?
Yeah.
Like with COVID and everything, you fucking made the rich way richer.
Yep.
And you made the poor, like you basically eliminated the middle class, right? All but eliminated the middle class. You know what I mean? So then now you start, like you said, now everybody with money has the influence. Eventually they'll have, like you said, more rights and more, like if money is free, how can money be free speech when it's incentivized? Like that's incentivized for you to give money to I understand the idea. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to give money to whoever I want to give it to. I get that part. But when it's fucking zillions of dollars, like you're swaying. You know what I mean?
There should be a cap. There should be 100. Like I forget there's a couple of European countries that have a cap on political donations, and they can only spend a certain amount of money on their campaign. So it's like this is all you can spend.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, and I don't know how they enforce it. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I know there are a couple of European. I don't fucking know. I know there's at least one European country that has this, like a cap on it. You know,
but it's
I remember hearing about it, but I didn't really pay attention that much.
You have all the like I said it last time. We have all these examples of what doesn't work, and we just keep fucking going that way.
Keep doing it.
Keep doing it, man.
Yeah, and it's just gonna get worse and worse.
It is, man. And like when you throw a word like communism around,
dude.
And you say it
fascists,
and you say it to Democrats and stuff, and they're like, oh, "No, we're the ones that believe in freedoms." Then why are you giving up so much freedom? Because you really are. Like they keep you separated with Republicans want abortion to fucking end and this and that, which I don't agree with either. But you're focused on that.
Focused on the dumbest shit.
It's not that it's dumb. I understand.
It's dumb. I think it's dumb because it's such
I don't think it's dumb. I think Cali should have the right. You know what I mean?
I think. All right, I'll tell you why. It's dumb.
That's what I think because it's not up to me anymore. I'm finished.
I think that single issue voters need to fucking go somewhere and fucking rethink and start critically thinking because they're so easily persuaded.
Yes, you have to like take those baby steps.
Yeah.
To fucking, you know what I mean? Like you, and I know that it's.
I can't believe you said baby steps during an abortion talk.
What was that lady I sent you? Did you see that? I think her name is Leona, the comedian lady. When she was talking about how you're flip flopping about abortion, she's like, "Are we killing kids or not?"
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Dude, I was like, Jesus Christ!
She's insane, but she's super smart.
Anyway,
but yeah,
sorry.
to let that like you said divide. Like I'm not voting for them because of that. Like you said, one issue. You know,
single issue. You know, and listen. At the same time, I'm a true libertarian, and I even contradict myself, and I kind of fucking like even what I just said. You need to go somewhere. You shouldn't be able to. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to vote. Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody should have the fucking freedom to do whatever the fuck they want. If you want to be a single issue voter, though, I'm gonna be like, fuck you, man. Like, get more information. You need more than one thing.
Yes,
you need it. I'm sorry, you need more than one thing. I'm not a single issue voter. You're not a single issue voter. You need to fucking really dive in because what ends up happening is you get taken advantage of.
Yes.
You are the easiest person to take advantage of
because, like you said, it's a sleight of hand.
Yeah,
it's what magicians do. They fucking got you looking at this. Look what they believe. It's fucking evil. And they think they should fucking tell you what to do here. And then you see all the shit that they're fucking bypassing. And
so all those single issue voters, when Kamala came on fucking TV, and was like, I'm gonna the first 100 days in my presidency, I'm gonna make it so that I'm gonna sign into law. This is what she said. I'm gonna sign into law a like a pretty much a bill saying that you can't ban abortion in all 50 states. You know what? You know what's crazy about that? You can't do that as the president. You can't sign an executive order that overrides the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Period. So she's
That's
just
why it's there.
lying. But if you're a single issue voter and you don't fucking know that,
That gets
which you
you.
probably don't because you're not a good critical thinker to begin with,
But that gets you.
you're done. You're already like, I'm voting for Kamala. It's amazing, man.
Like you said, one issue, man. It's not so black and white, man.
It's not, man.
And that's the problem with a two-party system.
Yeah.
You know
I'm
what
telling
I
you
mean?
right now, if you're not questioning every single thing these people say, every single thing, both candidates, I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
what side you're on.
Yeah.
You need to be questioning every single. These people work for you. You don't. It's not the other way around,
Mm-hmm.
and they have forgotten that. So they just lie to you.
Everybody's forgotten that. Anybody in politics has forgotten that.
Because
There's no.
they don't work for you.
No.
They fucking work for billionaires.
Yes.
And it's crazy to think, you know, and I'm not, listen, this isn't a Trump ad here, but he's probably the only one who isn't bought and sold because he has the money already. He doesn't need the money from other people.
This is what I.
He is a moron though. Dude, if he would just shut up, he would just win a fucking landslide.
I hate him, but I feel like he says what people want to hear in
The worst way though.
In the worst way. You know what I mean? Like
He says what the worst people want to hear.
yes. And it makes him look so fucking bad. You know what I mean?
But-
And, I mean, he does that shit to himself too. But
Yeah, and at the same, but there's sometimes when like that thing. Did you see him go to that black journalist thing, like caucus or whatever the fuck it was? Like it was like the
he was like, "It's such a nasty question." That
and they
was-
went at him. Nobody else showed up though. Kamala didn't show up.
yeah.
Like how the fuck do you get? Like, aren't you the black candidate? And you're not gonna show up? She knows. I'm telling you, man. She wants to fucking put on this face like she's fucking
Like
gonna
he's dodging her and shit.
Yeah, and it's the complete other way around because she knows she's fucked. Because if she actually goes up against someone who has anything against her, remember when Tulsi Gabbard ate her fucking lunch at that debate 4 years ago,
Yeah.
bro?
When you know your shit, you know what I mean? And like I said, Kamala Harris isn't dumb. So let's see what you're made of.
Talk to her fucking people. She's not dumb. She's stupid. Like,
I don't know. I
a
just I just feel like both of them, just do it. Let's see what you're made of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you wanna say that you're this and that, like that this was taken out of context or whatever. Well, let's see what you know what I mean. Let's
and
see
she
what
backed
you're
out of the
fucking-
debate, the Fox News debate.
Get in there, man. Like, if you're really confident in what your abilities are, and
She's not confident in her abilities. If you hear, I don't know if you've ever listened. So some of her, she had like a 90% turnover rate for her staff as VP. You know this?
well,
right?
like Trump did for his administration.
Exactly, right? So all these people
They have
left.
more in common than you.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm not, listen,
You think they both work for billionaires?
yeah.
They really do. Because I feel like Trump probably works for billionaires, and
'Cause he is one.
Democrats work for corporations
Yeah. Yeah.
in a weird way.
He's looking at himself probably as like like he's the one who makes all this fucking happen for everybody.
Yeah.
Type of thing. You know?
Well, he's a narcissist. You
Yeah,
know, he's
yeah,
a
100%,
fucking-
100%.
He loves himself.
Yeah. But
If he could
that's
blow himself, he would.
the only he has his bottom ribs removed like fucking Marilyn Manson. So he's looking at himself, like we're the job creators, we're the ones who have the money, who kind of like invest in whatever it may be,
Yeah.
and create jobs and all that bullshit like that. Meanwhile, you have the other side of it who aren't billionaires, like these politicians who aren't billionaires, who are sitting there like, well, these billionaires give me money, so I'm gonna fucking suck these. I'm gonna do whatever they kind of tell me. So like, no matter what,
Yeah. You're fucked either way.
you're fucked either way. Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? And like you said, it comes down to, they play they play to the, like, that's what I was trying to say about Trump. Like, he plays to these people, but that's not necessarily what he believes, and it's not necessarily what he's gonna do.
Black jobs.
Yeah.
Taking black jobs.
Well, when that dude, Dr. Kumar, is it? That he explained what he meant by black jobs.
Oh yeah.
Like that was eye opening for me because I never thought of it like that. But Trump is so blunt that it doesn't come off like that.
Yeah. He's not articulate at all.
At all.
If that man was articulate, it would be game.
Yeah,
dude.
Well,
Game.
when they say about what he said about you'll never have to vote again. Right?
Oh, he said that to the Christians.
You just think it's him, right? Like, you'd never have to vote again for me. Like, so do you think he just meant like I'm gonna be fucking dictator of this?
Pretty much what and it was like the most stupid thing to fucking say,
Yes.
and the most arrogant thing to say. To be like, you never have to vote again because I'm gonna fix everything this next 4 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, dude, does anyone actually believe this?
He's gonna fix everything.
Everything in 4 years?
No,
you
that's the
can't.
thing. You can't believe that, but you can't believe that he meant to be dictator either.
Oh, God, that's the dude. Shut up,
It's
man.
the dumbest argument. Like, I'm like,
He said it. He's saying it to your face.
He can't.
No.
He would if that was his intention, would have done it.
He would have already done it. He already had 4 years to do it. He didn't
had
do it.
4 years to do it.
Shut the fuck up
Exactly. It's
about the dictator shit.
stupid. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what where you play to the layman's. Like, they're like, oh, I don't want a dictatorship. You're,
Bro.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're going along with everything, which is isn't it the basis of fucking communism? Is just let the government tell you what to do.
Yeah, if anyone's communist, it's fucking 100% the Democrats.
They're
They're the ones who are like scarily going into that. Like,
they want the government to have more control,
yes,
and Republicans want government to have less control. But when you say we need to ban abortion, that seems very fucking controlling.
yes, 100%.
So stop saying that shit.
But all they're doing is
Playing to the fucking
Playing to the Christian
device.
base.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the divisiveness.
Yeah, when it comes-
the Christian base is huge.
yeah.
It's huge. It's the second. Now it's the second fucking largest religion, right? Christianity is not number one anymore.
I don't think it is.
No,
No,
I think
Muslims.
Muslims.
Yeah,
Islam.
Yeah, Muslim. Yeah, it's huge, man. And it's funny, how people don't realize how many Muslims there are around the world. Like, especially like, dude, Southeast Asia
Everywhere.
is huge. Like,
They're
Indonesia
everywhere.
and stuff
Just
like that. Like,
Christianity's
yes.
everywhere.
And they're very peaceful people, by the way, motherfuckers. Like, stop fucking trying to make these people out to be like the worst fucking. I hate that shit, man.
No,
people are
it's-
so ignorant when it comes
They
to that
just
stuff.
they just want to have faith like us. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't know, man. It's so.
The
Like,
problem-
I'm
and
not very articulate, but
my huge problem with organized religion is that it turns into like this cultish thing where you stop critically thinking for yourself.
that's what I'm saying. You start
know?
to believe only this.
Yes, and you
don't
and
question everything.
you're told what to believe.
Yeah.
Now, instead of you being like, okay, let me think about this for a minute. Let me really like break this down myself and see if this works for me. No, it's like you're told being gay is bad. You're told abortion is bad. You're told this, and this. Instead of actually breaking it down for yourself and being like, I think
Yeah.
this is a little bit more gray than it is black and white.
There was I said this before on the podcast. There was like a truck, like American flags, all that. We the people, you
Yeah.
know, yahoos.
Yahoos.
Trump yahoos, but he had a bumper sticker that I thought was fucking great because it was like kids are no longer taught how to think, they're taught what to think, and it's so fucking true.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, man, and it's both. It's like, what you're taught or what you're not taught in, like, you're not told both sides of every story.
No,
You know what I
you
mean?
have to dig.
You have
to do
dig.
your own,
exactly.
like your own.
And how are kids supposed to do that? That's why they're in school. They're in school to learn.
Because they
They're
have
in
a
school-
fucking computer in their fucking pocket, dude. That's why. That's how.
Yeah, they're not encouraged to do their own.
So perfect example. So I'm sure you've heard about the thing at the Olympics, the boxing thing.
Yeah.
This is way more complicated than anyone is making it out to seem, right?
It's more complicated.
Way more complicated.
I thought it was less complicated because he was born a girl, right? I mean, well, she was born a woman, right?
Okay.
That's
Let's find out. That's what I'm saying. So I did it. Like, I'm seeing I'm seeing the fucking far right fucking response to it, and I'm seeing the far left response to it. I'm like, hold on. Let me actually
look it up.
So she was born with DSD, which is it's like a gender dysphoria type of thing, right? But it's like almost like
hermaphrodite type?
Yes.
Okay.
Like her, so she was.
I don't know if that's a bad word. Don't cancel us.
No, I don't think that's a bad word. But it's like, it's that type, that type of thing. Okay, so she was born with a vagina, right? Mm-hmm. Not sure if it was deformed or not. I don't know. I didn't see pictures. I don't know. I didn't get there yet.
Do you trust yourself to not look at those pictures?
God, I don't want to see. I don't want to see it. So, but what the IBA was saying, and this is a Russian IBA test that was done, like a gender test, was saying that she has XY chromosomes, which are XY chromosomes is male.
Yeah.
Okay. XX is woman, and she had heightened levels of testosterone because of that.
Okay.
So there's like,
but her whole life she's been a girl.
Yes, she's not a trans woman.
No, she's not.
She was born like she has been a woman, like a girl since birth.
Since birth.
They treated her
like a girl. She's always been a girl. Blah blah blah.
The problem is no one can confirm this chromosomal test, right? Mm-hmm. And unless you can confirm, like, and this is what I'm saying. There needs to be some kind of concrete thing where it's like, okay, if you're born with XY chromosomes, you're a man. That's it. Yeah. You can identify as whatever the fuck you want, but you cannot compete in women's sports with XY chromosomes and heightened levels of testosterone.
Exactly.
I think that's a pretty fair fucking thing to be.
Yeah.
But everyone else, they're making it out to be like, oh, this fucking man just beat up a fucking woman, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, dude, this is like, she has competed.
Like you said, it's so much deeper than that.
Yes, she has competed so many times in different, dude, I think 4 years, she competed in the Olympics 4 years ago, and there was no issue about it, And, people started bringing up, I think Chris Cyborg at one point, who might also have something like something similar going on.
Chromosomes. Like
that. So it's like, okay, then we need to come up. And but the weird part was, like, I listened to this interview from, I guess he was an Olympic representative. And he was one, he's like, if we keep going this way, he's like, nobody wants to, he's like, we don't want to go down this road of gender testing. I'm like, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
What do you mean? He's like, that'll be good for nobody. I'm like, it'll be really great for the women.
Yes, that's who you're protecting. Like,
if you're, why is that bad?
That's what I mean. I don't understand the evil part of that.
And I feel bad. Honestly, I truly feel bad for someone in her spot because she didn't choose this.
No,
it's not. But I'm like, it's like kind of like, dude,
it is.
It is what it is.
I'm saying that.
Yeah, and people are like, oh well, no one. What are you gonna give shit? Like Michael Phelps had a genetic fucking. I'm like, yeah, but it wasn't a. Like and this is the argument they're coming up with. They're like, Michael Phelps has a genetic advantage because of the way he's built.
Yeah,
you know,
it is what it is.
Still competing against
men,
biological men. There's still like that guy who's swimming against still also has XY chromosomes.
Yeah,
just like him. So that's the end of it.
But because your arms are longer and you have fucking dinner plate hands, like, do you know what I mean? Like that, you're still a man. You don't have a hormonal advantage over your opponent.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're still testing for PEDs to make sure you don't have a hormonal advantage.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like, this is the whole point. This is my whole point. It's like, all right, this isn't that complicated, man.
It's not that complicated.
And no one can confirm this test because it was done by some like this Russian, it was the IBA or IBF, like International Boxing Association or Federation, what the fuck it is. But they failed her for an unspecified gender test. Mm-hmm. And pretty much like a testosterone thing, like hormonal shit. So they failed her and she couldn't compete in it, but she could compete in the Olympics. And let's not fucking act like this fucking Italian chick did not fucking like make this super fucking dramatic.
Of course.
Get your ass. I'm sorry, you're a fucking boxer.
Get your ass.
You got punched twice, dude. Yeah. Fuck off.
She's like, I've never been hit like that in her life. All that shit.
Okay. So you quit? And then fucking cry in the middle of the ring with a picture of your father? Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
I don't know, man.
I'll tell you right now, that's bullshit. That's right now. That was all bullshit. That was all. I'm telling you, 100% fucking planned by her. And fuck off. I don't care. I don't care about your little pity party that you want to fucking have. You know, don't do all that bullshit.
Yeah, it's
Take your ass whoopings like a fucking man.
comeuppance.
Take your ass whoopings like a man. But it's bullshit. It is. It's rough, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's a slippery slope. But there are those anomalies. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
those weird fucking.
And unfortunately, if you
Exactly.
fall into that category, it is what it is. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you
Like,
just-
it is
you
what
just can't.
You can't be an Olympic boxer. You can be a million other fucking things.
Yeah, but when you dedicate your life to one thing,
I get it.
But
It sucks.
That's probably why, because they probably saw that she was stronger than other girls, and they were like, yeah, this bitch is gonna fucking have her way with people. But
yeah, but no
like
one.
you said, how many people are born that way that don't fall into like a combat sport, and like how many Michael Phelps are there that don't fucking swim? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they don't choose that.
Exactly.
That
But it's-
that's built for them.
Yeah.
You always have those built for.
Yeah, there has to be some kind of baseline. And I think the baseline should be chromosomes. All right.
That's as base as you can
That's
get.
as baseline as you can get. All right. That's it.
There should be a baseline.
This be.
And the baseline should be something you can't deny.
Yeah. So if I'm telling you right now, if she has XX chromosomes, but has natural heightened levels of testosterone,
Get in there.
sorry.
Get in there.
Yep, you're good. Yeah, and sorry to fucking these chicks who don't have it, but it's like, dude, just like Michael Phelps has a fucking genetic advantage, she has a genetic advantage.
Exactly.
It's natural. It's not produced artificially. She's still a woman because she has XX chromosomes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, man. Like she had like some kind of an anomaly at birth, and like she's using it to her fucking advantage. Hey, man, I'm not fucking mad at her.
No.
But if she has XY chromosomes, she's a fucking man with a vagina. Unfortunately.
There's a lot of those, aren't there?
Yeah, there's plenty. I see them every night at work. I work with a couple of them. Yeah, I mean,
Mangina.
mangina. Derek has a mangina. But you know what I mean? Like that's how it should go.
Like you said, it is what it is, man. This is the way. There's nothing you can do about. There's nothing you can do about what you were born with.
Yeah, it's totally unbiased at that point.
It is.
You know?
It's like you said. It's a fucking baseline, and it's the most basic baseline
Yeah.
you can fucking have. I don't know. He's super peaceful, isn't he?
He loves it down here.
Knock the fuck out.
He loves
Did you
podcasts.
end up watching the Rogan?
No, I didn't watch it yet. I went to a barbecue last night.
He's catching so much flack for no reason.
Of course he is. He's Joe Rogan.
He's Joe Rogan. Like Jess, who hates him, because whenever I say, "Oh," she never watches him, but she just hates him.
I just think I love people who hate me because I listen to Rogan.
That's it,
Like, oh,
basically.
you're
So
Rogan.
I'm
You're
like,
one of those
I
Rogan
was like,
bros.
I was watching
Like-
Rogan the other day, and then she's like, "Ugh." Like she always, but she was fucking laughing almost as much as I was, because he's funny.
Yeah.
It's just funny. Like he had a joke on there that I heard from him a long time ago, and like I'm glad he reprised it because he brought it back in I guess a nuanced way. He was talking about how he gets quoted out of context, and I can't tell you the joke. I don't want to tell you the joke because I don't want to fuck it up. But basically, these people were antagonizing him, like not in a super malicious way, but like Joe Rogan. If you say something stupid or out of pocket, he'll probably call you on it. You know what I mean? Like that's just a comedian thing to do. Like it's not so combative. It's just like, okay, let's have a conversation. Let's see how much you really know.
Yeah.
Or let's see if you're just talking out of your ass. So he just happened to be talking to lesbians, and they took his joke out of context, but he made such a funny fucking comparison. I can't wait till you watch it. And it was just it was like nobody argues with them because she's a lesbian. So you're not going to argue with it. You know what I mean? Because, all right, they get like a certain pass. But I was like, fuck that. Like they wanted it.
Yeah.
Like I was just having drinks with my buddy. You know what I mean? And then they quote him, you know what I mean? And they quote him all fucked up and shit. It was so funny. And, they make it seem like it was homophobic. But it wasn't. He was trying to break down the actual, like what you said. It was a ridiculous statement. So I'm just telling you how ridiculous that statement was. I'm not saying anything about your lifestyle. You know what I mean? And Jess was fucking cracking up. It was funny. It was a good. It was a good.
They're so like comedians are so good at breaking down like things to the nitty gritty, like kind of like
to the most basic level. But when you
Yes.
do that to somebody that's dumb, they
probably-
take offense to it.
yeah.
Like
well, it's because they get mad because they're wrong.
yeah, that's what I'm
People
saying.
get
They don't
mad
even
about being wrong.
realize
You're
that
like,
they just made a ridiculous statement.
yeah. And dude, people need to get comfortable with just eating shit sometimes and being like, "Fuck, like, okay, you're right. I'm fucked up. I fucked up.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay, and it's okay to question yourself. It's okay. You don't have to be right about everything.
Yeah.
You know.
And
Yeah,
he-
you feel stupid.
And
but-
he was just talking about the worst parts of it for him. Like he was like, remember I told you he's the funniest way for him to die.
Yeah.
It was so funny to have that awareness. You know what I mean? Because he was like, that'd be the funniest way for me to die. He's like, if I die from that, just laugh because I deserve it. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? And he just talked about all kinds of stuff. And he talks about like when he talks to somebody really smart, and he's like, it looks like I'm paying attention. And he's like, but he tells you what he was thinking. When he's talking to somebody that lost him and shit. Dude, it was so funny. Like it made him so human. Like
I can imagine him on that podcast with Brett Weinstein and Terrence Howard.
oh, dude.
I got 10 minutes into it and I was like, I am too dumb to listen to this.
Yeah.
I have no idea what these guys are talking about.
No.
It is so far above my head. I felt like an infant. Like
Dude, I couldn't watch more than like you said, like 10 minutes.
I couldn't do it.
The
'cause I-
word,
I-
even the like words I never heard.
Yes.
Like I'm like, what? Are they speaking English?
No idea.
No idea.
I tried to listen to the last one with him and Jordan
Just-
Peterson.
Okay.
And even Jordan Peterson, like he started losing me. I'm like, dude.
They're on some other level too,
I was
man.
like, okay.
I don't like these guys, man. They're intellectuals. Now they're making money, and basically all they do is read and fuck it, you know what I mean, and think and fuck, you know what I mean. Like they have this time where they go down that rabbit hole way down, and it's like,
Jordan Peterson, especially because he's like emotional behind it too. Like he adds like emotion to super well thought out theory, you know, and you know, and like I don't know, it's crazy. Like he is very emotional about stuff. Like he starts talking about stuff, he'll start fucking crying and shit. I'm like, what is this motherfucker crying about?
he's like worried about humanity, man.
Yeah.
Like he really is.
Yeah.
He's
And
like,
people, anytime someone is like, he's a fucking idiot about, I'm like,
what do you mean by that? Like, yeah, come with some
elaborate.
facts.
Elaborate. Like I thought it was really funny. Remember Ben Carson when he was running for president?
Yes.
So Ben Carson was at this like you know, and he's like a brain surgeon, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So he was doing this speak like, and you know, at like some college or something like that, and there was like this huge, you know, protest outside of because he was there because he was out of college and he's a Republican. People didn't like him, and this one guy interviewed this woman. And he's like, oh, I see you're not here. You don't like Ben Carson. She's like, what don't you like about him? She's like, he's a fucking dimwit. He's like, the man is a brain surgeon. What do you do? She's like, that's not the point. He's like, no, it is the point. He's like, you're sitting there calling this other person stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know too many stupid brain surgeons. What do you do that's so great to be able to call a brain surgeon stupid? And they're just like,
Yeah.
and it's the same thing when someone says that, like, you can be like, I really don't agree with Jordan Peterson on a lot of things. I think that's a very
It's broad,
that's-
but it's very.
yeah. It's like, okay, like what? You know what I mean? Like, we can probably have a conversation about like what, like,
Yeah.
I don't like some of his stuff, like about this and this, blah blah blah, whatever. That's fine. I think, but when people are like, he's a fucking idiot,
There's no way that guy's that dumb.
you might want to take a good look at yourself.
That's
at
what I'm
that point.
saying.
If you're calling someone who is able to break things down so well, like at issues so well into and you know, just completely explain everything away and why he came to this conclusion and why this and that,
Yeah.
you're gonna call that man stupid because you don't agree with it?
That's what I'm saying. You can say, like you said, you can say I disagree
Yeah,
with
you
most
can
of his
disagree.
views. Okay,
I
you
disagree with some of the stuff he talks
Don't
about.
say
I'm
he's
like,
fucking
all
stupid.
right, but he's not fucking dumb
Everybody
at all,
does.
man.
No, I feel like none of these guys are. They're not dumb. You know what I mean? They're just fucking like they're playing the game, man. And it's fucking working and it sucks.
They're getting played.
Oh.
You know, not Jordan Peterson. I'm saying these people who are calling him stupid. They're getting played.
Yes, they're the ones that are
You're being played by your ideology. If you think he's dumb, you know, even with Rogan, like people are always like, "Oh fuck, I hate fucking Rogan," this and that. I'm like, "Oh, well, I'm like, do you listen to him?"
Why?
Like, no, I would never listen to him.
He has left wing views, he has right wing views, he has his own views. He's fucking and he does his research.
Yeah.
He does his due diligence. This dude's reading all the time.
Yeah, I had someone say to me like, I fucking hate Rogan." I'm like, "Oh, you listen? Have you listened to him?"
Yeah.
They're like, "No, I would never listen to him." I'm like, how did you come to that conclusion?
How did you come to exactly?
So you must have been told to hate him.
Or told something that he said out of context that you don't agree with or whatever, even if you don't agree with it.
Yeah,
Doesn't
you
mean
didn't
he's
hear
fucking
it from
dumb.
him.
Exactly.
You heard it from somebody else.
He says he's dumb all the time.
Yeah.
He's fucking not. Like that comedy special, like what I loved about it, a lot of it was stupid. Like it was just stupid guy comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not here to talk to you about right wing, left wing, whatever. I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just a dude trying to fucking make it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just existing. Like, you know what I mean? And he's talking about doing mushrooms and fucking, you know, like getting into it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like asking stupid questions to yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just great. It was like, it was great, man. And I'm glad she liked it because she was like, it was pretty funny. And I was like, told you, like, he's not a fucking crazy person. Like, you know what I mean? He talks to these people. He asks them questions. He doesn't necessarily agree with everything they have to say.
You don't have to.
No.
That's my whole point. It's like, dude, you don't have to agree with everything everybody says all the time. I don't agree with everything that Rogan says.
No.
There's a lot of things I don't want to fucking agree with him on. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I still think he's a fucking very smart, intellectual, like, a very intelligent person who breaks things down and comes to conclusions the right way.
Exactly.
But it's for him.
Mm-hmm. And he
Not
was like,
always for me.
He said like the most impactful thing when he first moved to Texas was the crazy gas stations they have. He's like, oh, you need gas. By the way, do you need a kayak? It was fun. Let me get another beer. You want another beer?
Yeah.
It's like, by the way, we also sell kayaks. Like, it was fucking funny. Like, you never think of, but that's, you know, somebody that's observant. You know what I mean?
I feel like
Observant.
Texas is like one of those places where they fucking sell guns at fucking at gas stations. Samson.
I'm sure they do, but he was, you know.
And I'm with that.
Glass here. Just give me your glass.
Okay, next one.
That's cool.
Oh.
You want it?
Nah. This is glass. This is a glass.
But anyway. I think I put the wrong ones down. You talk into it.
Huh?
All right, yeah, I get you. No, as long as I can
They're
hear
all.
it, I
They're
didn't
all.
know.
All the.
The headphones are on?
Yeah,
All
just
right.
I turned the mics on.
So, yeah, I wish you would have seen it, man. We could have talked more about it, but yeah, he's got the longest tongue ever, right? He licks his neck with it and shit. It's fucking funny. So what else has happened? We got Kamala Harris, who we think Joe Biden is dead. That press conference, that press conference was supposed to be live, right? But they there's internet trolls. They fucking zoomed in on his watch.
That was fake.
That was fake
That
too.
was confirmed to be fake. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like, what can we fucking believe anymore?
Yeah. No one. This is the thing, yeah, and that's people believe everything.
Or
Believe
any or
everything and everything. So, and I mean, the good thing is that all the things that are happening, there are people who are like, all right, let's find out whether this is true or not.
yeah,
first.
exactly.
You know?
Like you have to. Okay, this
You
can't
know.
be fucking real.
Like there was like an AI generated picture of, I guess one of Kamala Harris's rally, and they made it like seem like way more
People.
people than there were, and
They
people
do that to Trump rallies too.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Everyone's fucking doing, and it's, dude, who fucking cares?
But it's like movies at this point, where you're watching online. Do you really, really, really trust it?
The weird thing about it to me, right? So if you really think about the way things are right now,
Yeah.
right? So whether you if I put a fucking Trump flag on my fucking lawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or like on my house or a Trump sign, I don't think that that's going to persuade anyone to fucking vote for Trump, right? So it's like the same. Like, it's so weird to me that like people think that making these AI generated, like pictures, and videos and stuff like that is somehow going to help her. Like no one's going to change their mind and be like, I'm voting for Kamala because there's all these fucking people there.
What would make you change your mind?
What's that?
I'm just saying.
At this point, nothing.
That's what I mean. Like,
there's nothing. That's my whole point.
Yeah.
You have your mind made. People have their minds made up.
Yeah. So
especially this deep into it.
Why get angry at somebody with a MAGA hat? Why get angry at somebody with, like you said, with Trump fucking things? And why would you? Like, I wouldn't even get excited if I saw tons of people at some rally. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
What is she saying?
Yeah.
That's what you need to fucking.
And she's saying nothing.
Just
Like Trump saying nothing.
She is saying something. What can be
unburdened by what
has been.
Jesus Christ. Unburdened.
She says it like it's so impactful.
She's so nasally too.
I don't know. I wish they would debate to see if she has more substance.
I think they have to, right?
They do have to. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, I almost say I want to give her a chance, but
I don't know. She had her chance. She had 4 years already, and she fucked it up. So it's like,
yeah, like I feel like I knew of Biden, like you know what I'm saying? Like, I heard more from him in those 8 years of being vice president.
Yeah, you know it was funny because like the whole time, like all I kept seeing was memes about how he liked fucking Liquid Swords. How he liked Wu-Tang and shit. Like it was always like something funny because like he was like, he was the vice president to Barack Obama, who's a black dude, who's like, the fucking super like well spoken fucking he was the perfect candidate for the Democrats.
Obama?
Obama.
No.
Perfect. Dude, that's what I'm saying.
So classy, but also it did all the,
But he was still a puppet.
Yeah.
Like let's be real. I'll be the first to admit, like I voted for Obama. His first term, because I was like, I really feel like this country needs this right now. Like, I think that this country we need a black president. This man checks all the boxes, man. He's fucking articulate.
But look at what he had to be president.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, to be black and be president, he had to be fucking squeaky clean almost. You know what I mean?
But that was the thing. I was like, this dude, he was the perfect
billionaire C student. Happens to be white.
But we got that out of the way, and we realized that just because you can't vote because of skin color or fucking
like why haven't we learned?
Yeah, we got that out of the way, and that dude, that was a big thing they're talking about with Kamala right now, right? Is that what they're like? Some people are worried about is that the first Obama term is going to happen all over again because all the black people who never vote are going to come out of the woodwork to vote for her. But then you do a little bit of diving into her, and people start fucking, like, if you really listen to people in the streets and the stuff that people are saying, then I don't think that's going to happen this time.
Everybody I talk to is like, nah.
She's not Obama, dude.
No.
She's not even close to Obama. Obama had that shit on lock, dude. He was fucking money in the streets. Like, he was out there talking it up, being like, and like I said, he's so well spoken and so well put together, and like he was the perfect.
He
guy.
had people changing their minds.
Yes, he had me. He changed mine. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm like, this guy's the fucking man.
Yeah,
and like, and the fact that he's black is it was like kind of like just like the cherry on top. I was like, this is good. I'm like, this is good. This kind of shit needs to happen. We need to we gotta break the fucking mold.
Get out of the way.
And start moving forward. And this is the way to move forward. Meanwhile, he gets in and just completely kept up with the status quo and fucking
bailing out banks and shit.
Exactly. It was like the same bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
He was a positive.
I fucked up.
But like you said, you're like, all right. Like you said, we got it out of the way.
Yep. But now they keep trying to play this game over and over again.
Keep trying to run that card.
Yeah. Like now they tried to run it with Hillary with like the first woman to be president. Meh. Dude, just because you have a pussy or a dick doesn't make you qualified to be a president.
Exactly.
Stop looking at the fucking things that don't fucking matter.
Who out of you out of the people that you've seen, who do you think would make the best president right now in this climate that we're in?
Tulsi Gabbard.
It's a Gabbard.
Gabbard. Miss Gabbard.
I'm not gonna stop saying it that way until she comes here and
She's one of the, and like I don't
Changes
agree
my
with,
mind.
I definitely don't agree with her on everything, but she's the only person who I've listened to talk that doesn't give a fuck about all the political bullshit. And like kind of puts it to the side and is like, what is best for American people?
And what I started to see was like when I said that she was super Republican now, I just think now I've changed my mind because I've actually seen more of her, and her podcast is pretty good too. She just like she saw herself buying into that fantasy of Democrats,
Yeah.
and realized like this is fucked up.
It's
Like,
insane.
This isn't about people.
No,
You know what I mean?
totally insane.
Exactly. So she went the other way because that's the only fucking way to go to make any kind of impact. And
And I feel like you need to be a moderate in order to actually do the will of the people. You need to be in the middle.
Yeah.
You can't be one way or the other.
No.
You have to be in the middle. You have to be an independent of both of these because otherwise you're gonna get sucked into that fucking that right wing ideology where fucking everything has to be some kind of conservative fucking thing.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna be all the way on the fucking left being a fucking woke moron. You know? It's insane. You can't
is
be there.
insane.
You gotta respect people. You gotta respect people's rights. But that works on both sides.
yeah,
So in the middle, you have to respect the rights of them. You have to respect the rights of them. And if you don't like it, I don't fucking care.
yeah.
You can't tell people how to live.
No,
And that's it.
that's it.
Stop trying to tell people how to fucking live. And you've just become a fucking libertarian.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't tell people what to do. You can give them choices.
Yeah. Libertarians are the definition of the middle. It's like, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
I'll leave you alone. You fucking start fucking with me, I'm gonna fucking stick this fucking 12 gauge up your ass.
But like you said, it's about rights slowly being stripped away, and you're not noticing. Like them putting up Kamala Harris just to be like, this is your choice. They don't see how impactful that could be. Like that now, that could happen anytime.
They're just gonna keep doing it.
No.
They don't like the guy. Like, you know,
No.
they're like, oh,
They
okay.
can give coverage to more, you know what I mean? To make you more popular. Like, let's say, you know what I mean? Their media will give you more coverage if they like somebody over somebody else.
And they
so
pretty
they-
much did it to fucking Sanders.
So they that's what I'm saying. They influence you that way, and you're not really making a choice. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's a bad time, Bob.
I don't like it.
No, it's August. We have 3 months.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an interesting Christmas, kids. Right?
Yeah.
Like, aren't you like scared either way? Like, fuck.
Yeah, it's not gonna be either way, it's not gonna be good.
No.
You know? I was talking to a couple of our
I can't wait till September though. Maya Rudolph is gonna play Kamala Harris on SNL.
Who?
Maya Rudolph.
Who's that?
Maya Rudolph from Bridesmaids. The one that was getting Maya Rudolph.
Yeah.
She's gonna be Kamala Harris. She's coming back to do Kamala Harris in September.
God.
I can't fucking wait. I think it's gonna be fucking hysterical. And the thing is, like you said, they're not gonna have to do much research. They're just gonna have to say what she says.
Yeah.
Same thing they do with Trump. They just say what he says. Say what he says.
Yeah. He's gay. Like how he does the hand thing.
I don't know. You know, you could tell he practiced that shit too. Like,
It's just weird that he keeps doing it. It's like this.
yeah, now to have it, and it's part of who he is now, which is fucking hilarious to me.
It's gay.
But I can't wait to see her as Kamala Harris. It's gonna be fucking great. But yeah, man, there's a lot to unpack in these next 3 months.
I'm kind of excited in a weird way. I'm excited to see this debate because it's going to be a shit show. It's so embarrassing, but it's literally. I hated watching debates before.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Like the Mitt Romney.
I always hate him. They're boring.
The Mitt Romney Obama one where they were like pretty much like sucking each other off the entire time.
Like, he's great.
But it was
you're great.
Yeah, no, you're awesome. Cool. Okay, let's talk about.
They were so respectful.
But that's what a debate should be. I mean, that's what it should. It should be boring. They should be fucking debating like boring ass fucking policy and stuff like that. But respectful to each other. Like, I don't like the way you did this. So blah blah blah. This is gonna be like fucking Jerry Springer.
Head of state, dude.
Yeah.
Head of state. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
It's fucking insane. The fact that they were arguing about their fucking
Everybody
winning
should
golf.
go back and watch Head of State. Because that debate is exactly what happened between Biden and fucking
That was
Trump. And that's fucking insane too.
Embarrassing.
Like have they've never had a debate that early?
Yeah.
So like how do you not even question that this might be all preordained? Like
Oh, like they did it on purpose?
yeah. Like, they had to do something to show that Biden wasn't like not all there, or
they wanted to find out whether he could handle it. Because
what I mean.
like you said, like actually Michael Malice talked about that on Rogan's podcast. He was talking. He's like, he would do he did the State of the Union. And he kind of kept it together that one time.
Yeah.
He was like actually pretty good. Like he only fucked up like twice. Which is kind of insane to be like, oh, that's not bad.
yeah,
So you're admitting that he fucks up now.
yeah.
But so he kind of kept it together with that. And they're like, all right, well, it might have been like that whole thing because he's depreciating as we go. Like,
Rapidly.
It's degenerative.
Yes.
This disease that he has.
Yeah.
And
Which they won't admit he has.
okay, now all of a sudden, this is the funny thing. There's no problem with it. He has no problem. He's got a problem. We got to put Kamala here, and she's the best thing that ever fucking happened ever. So I completely understand. It's propaganda 101.
It's just like you said, it's another puppet.
Yeah, we've always been behind her. What are you talking about? We've always had her back. She's been great this entire 4
Talking
years.
about, man, you
She
guys
has always been great.
have shitted on her every chance you got.
Yeah. So I think that they probably did it early on because they were like, we need to find out whether this dude can actually fucking do this.
Mm-hmm.
And they found out
They found out.
that he can.
As soon as he got COVID, I sent you that text. I was like, this is how they get
This
rid
is
of
it.
him.
Yep. Like, this is
This
it.
is how they get rid of him.
And it was so obvious because we're all sitting here like, they're going to replace him. They're going to
Yep.
replace him. They're like, no.
As soon as I got that news, I was
Yep.
like, this is it. Watch. And what was it? 5 days later? 3 days later?
Yeah. Yep. We all knew it. This is what I'm saying.
They had to do something.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny
But
that
it's crazy that they like
they're
thing-
so blatant.
things have never been done before, right? So why couldn't they do another primary vote? Just do it.
Because
Why
they don't
did-
want that. They want to be able to control what they put in.
That's what I mean. Like, how can you not question that that's their, their motive?
Yeah.
When they didn't even give you a chance, people. Like, did you want her? Was that what you wanted?
I can 100% guarantee if there was actually a choice, it would not be her.
No.
She's a fucking idiot.
Well,
She's fucking terrible.
I think she's terrible for politics. And
She's a terrible public speaker.
yes, she's not good at it.
She really hasn't done. She didn't do anything this entire
That's
this
what
whole 4
all
years.
I'm saying is, if she did, we don't know about it because there was never anything like when they got sworn in, she was like the talk, you know what I mean? Her stepkids, they were breaking down whatever they were wearing. They were like, oh, you know what I mean? Like trying to talk about her, like talking her up, and then they never did that again. Like they never. I don't know her. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the only thing I know about her is the dumb shit she be saying. Like the stupid little sound bites that they have of her. You know what I mean? Where and they're not just sound bites. Like, she actually does talk in circles, which is fucking weird.
Like did you see the thing when she starts talking about inflation? He's like, what are you gonna do to bring down inflation? She's like, well, she's like, things are more expensive, and that's a problem.
Yeah, we know. What do
Thank
you
you very
do
much.
about it?
That's pretty much that was the
But what are you gonna do about it?
so.
That's why, like you said, I can't wait till the debate. I'm hoping
She has no answers.
I'm hoping she has some answers.
And dude, she's the cringiest motherfucker when she tries to fucking pander to blacks. It is so cringy. The way she made that video with that fucking actress. I forget. She was in that movie with Terrence Howard.
I know who you're talking about.
The chick. It's hard out here for
I know who you're talking about.
him.
I can't remember. her name.
Taraji, I think.
Taraji P.
Yeah,
Henson.
yeah. And she made this fucking dude. She made this like the cringiest video, and it's her like on FaceTime with Taraji, and like Taraji's like, "What?" She's like, "Our democracy, our Supreme Court is that." It's like, "What are we, Madam Vice President? What are we gonna do?" She's like, "You know, we're out here in these streets, Taraji. Like it's like this." I'm like, "Oh, God!" I'm like, "I'm blacker than she is." Oh. It was so bad. It was. I always want to play it. I gotta play. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play.
He's like, I'm gonna
I'm
find
gonna
it.
play it. Oh,
But
it's dude. You're gonna
I don't get it.
hate it.
I don't get it. Timestamp this. So let me
You're gonna
pee.
hate it, dude.
Oh, you found it?
I got it right here.
You found it already? All right.
Dude, it actually, Kamala, we in these streets. That's like that's what comes. That's the first thing that comes up. Here it is.
Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But
Do you,
these
though?
extremists, as they say, they not like us.
They not.
There's a full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote.
Yep.
The freedom to love who you love. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
Madam VP Harris, I'm worried.
It was so staged.
Dude, it's awful. Like this is such pandering.
Well, that's what works with this stupid fucking country.
But does
dude.
it though? I feel like no. I'm sorry, man, but the
Dude,
the people I know.
How does she raise so much money? How does she have fucking what is it? Whites for Kamala? That fucking the dude. What's his name?
White dudes for Kamala.
White dudes for Kamala.
Bro.
That's a fucking movement. What are we doing?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
white boy summer, dude. That's what it is. White boy summer.
I don't
White
know,
dudes
man.
for Kamala.
White dudes for Kamala.
But you see how like the fact that that's even a thing and it's okay.
Is it Kamala or Kamala?
I don't fucking care.
Kamala. It's Kamala Harris.
I don't fucking care. The fact that that's even a thing, that you have to like, you're making it about race.
Yeah.
You know, and the way she's
Like
I'm
Kenny
out here
says,
in
low
these
hanging fruit.
streets.
It's low hanging fruit.
It's fucked up, dude. That is so. Like, if I was a
But
black,
you're gonna get people that never voted before to fucking vote for her because they think
I wish
she's
Kenny.
fucking.
I wish Kenny was here because Kenny would be like fucking like. I want to hear what Kenny has to say. About
He's
it.
he's
He'd be like,
over it.
"Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
That's what you think of us.
You think I'm stupid?
Yeah, that's what you think of
Yeah.
us. That right there. We out here in these streets. You've never fucking talked like that a day in your fucking life.
No.
And all of a sudden you're
Like
gonna
you
do that.
said,
That's just, it remind. It's like the best are the parodies of it, right? So what you ever see the one where it's like hold on,
he's like, I got so many of them.
I got so many of them.
But you're right. It's like you should be offended by that
Yeah,
if you're black.
yeah. I'm offended and I'm white.
I'm offended for you.
I'm offended for
White
you.
people love being offended for people.
I know. I'm exactly the fucking type of person you hate. I'm offended for you. I'm sorry for you.
Sorry for you.
I feel sorry for you. This one.
What are two clips that give off the same energy?
So I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub. So I am not playing around.
You know, back before the war broke out, I was a saucier in San Antonio. I bet I could call up some of them greens. Yeah, noodle some crawfish out the patio. I made some crab apples for dessert now, yeah? Hey, yeah.
What are two clips?
Yo,
That's what I'm talking about.
that's
Like that's 100% what is fucking happening. It's comedy, dude. It's fucking comical.
it is comical.
Like if you're
Fucking
listening to this and
terrible.
be like, "Oh yeah, she is like me," look into her a little bit. Just a little bit. And look at her upbringing. Look at how she fucking came up. She's not like you, dude.
No.
She never went through the struggles you went through.
never went through. I gotta
so
pee.
stop letting them pander.
Really bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'll be. Where were we?
Kamala Harris is an idiot.
Kamala Harris. Kamala pandering. Yeah, like you said, you should be. Like I'm offended for them.
Well, that's the thing is, I feel like
You think so little.
yeah, and I don't think a lot of people are falling for it. I'm not gonna lie.
People.
There was a whole rally in Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much like it, and it was like a pretty much like I think it was like Black Women for Trump type of thing.
Really?
And it was this huge thing. This one woman spoke, and she's like, "Do not be fooled by this woman." It's like she's not one of us, kind of thing.
They not like us. Oh my god! It was
It's
like
it's so cringy. Like that whole video was cringy.
Well, you could tell, like you said, you could tell it's staged.
Yeah.
You could tell it's like, why would you get an actress?
Our basic
fuck-
freedoms are on the line, Madam VP.
What are we gonna do?
Shut up.
Stupid.
Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. If you're a fucking actor, I'm sorry. If you're a fucking millionaire, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
You are not, you're not like us.
No,
You're not like us.
you were.
Yeah. Maybe one day you were.
Maybe one day you were, but you forgot.
Using your, same with Taylor Swift. You need to shut the fuck up too.
Yeah, like you're fucking.
You have
gazillionaire.
zero life experience.
She's a billionaire, and she's been a what? Like, when did she start music? Like 15, 16?
Like high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're,
you've never.
you're not like us.
No.
Shut up.
Super
Her dad.
super talented. Love it.
We had to watch. I remember Callie.
But you're not like
Yeah.
a normal. You're not a normal person.
Yeah.
I'm
Callie.
sorry,
Callie
you don't
had us
live
watch
normally. You know what I mean?
that some kind of like documentary about her and like her everything like that, and she came out like I guess was kind of kicking around the idea of supporting Hillary Clinton back in the day, whatever.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Okay.
And her dad was like, "You need to not ever do anything that has to do with politics."
Yeah.
Pretty much, he was like, "This is not what you need to do."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be like, Republicans buy records too, motherfucker. Remember that.
That's what I don't understand about corporations. Like, why do you need these ideologies pushed for what?
Well, so this is a whole.
It's not inclusive. It's divisive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have people that don't agree with you that now don't want to fucking
And this is why
buy certain shit.
So
like,
all the ESG initiative shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get. So what is ending up happening with a lot of these companies, like when Bud Light went fucking full fucking tilt, and that whole thing happened. Harley Davidson is now doing it.
with what? What are they doing?
Dude.
I didn't.
The Harley Davidson, this new CEO of Harley Davidson, is literally like pulling his pants down and taking a shit on top of his entire fucking community, like the people who fucking buy the motorcycles.
Jesus.
People who buy Harley Davidsons don't give a fuck about trans rights. Okay, they don't fucking care about it. It's not on their fucking list of things to fucking care about.
But I don't want you to say it like that.
No, I'm not saying
it's not that they don't. It's not that they don't care if you don't have your trans rights.
No,
They just don't care. They're
not-
not worried
no.
about.
They're worried about paying their bills.
Yes, they're
They're
worried
worried-
about work. They're
Yeah.
worried about fucking shit normal people are worried about. They're just. That's not on their. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So this dude is like this German. It's a German guy, and he's like super 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 woke. And it's gonna be another Bud Light situation. I'm telling you right now. People are already starting to be like, I'm selling my fucking. Like people are talking about selling off their Harleys, like getting rid of their Harleys.
Jesus.
But it's like, who are you gonna sell it to? Like, I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. Like the people who want these aren't.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
That community.
Exactly.
That community doesn't want them, And I don't know if he's trying to branch out into.
But that's the thing. Like, do you like? It's affecting your sales negatively, right? Because you're pushing these ideologies, and not that necessarily a Harley Davidson customer. Like, they don't care what Pepsi thinks. Like, I don't care what Nike thinks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, you
Like
know-
the whole Netflix thing.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? The CEO of Netflix, I guess, donated a bunch of money to Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
And people like in droves started canceling their Netflix.
Why?
I was like, I kind of want to watch fucking The Office. I don't fucking care.
You don't care what he does.
Yeah.
But did Netflix?
Well, The Office isn't even on there anymore, but whatever.
But this is what I'm saying. Like you just happen to be the CEO of Netflix and you donated money. But if you made Netflix donate money, there's a problem.
Yeah.
I still don't care.
It's not going to make a difference.
No, it's
I'm
not.
telling you, man, people have their fucking minds made up. You can give these people all the money in the fucking world at this point in the game.
Yeah.
You're not, like, the whole point of money in politics at this point, really, like, everyone knows who the fucking people are. Mm-hmm. Right? We already know who our two choices are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. It's fucking, and
it's
awful.
insane, I know.
It's awful. This is what it is. So you giving money to someone isn't going to help them get elected, but it might help you get favors.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I'm looking at.
It's the same thing that like pharmaceutical companies, right? They can't give doctors money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can give them fucking sweet baseball tickets. You can give them vacations.
I think a lot of that has stopped.
You can give. You sure?
I think so.
I don't know.
Because that was a big thing. That was a
They're
big problem.
incentivized by prescribing these things. So, but at least they were. But it's the same thing.
They were.
It's
Yeah.
that's what used to happen with
'Cause
doctors. But now that's what's happening with them.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're incentivizing yourself. You're like, yo, push my product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Push my goals, or you know what I mean, ahead of the pack, or whatever the fuck it is, or make this bill, this fucking 300-page bill, and at the last page put, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all those like Netflix and everything. And Netflix, I mean, it's got it's pretty fucking woke for the most part. Like
Netflix?
yeah, for the most part.
What they put on, or what they?
Yeah, like they're always putting on.
I think it's everything.
Yeah, they're always putting on like the
see everything.
documentaries and the shit like that. Like so.
Yeah, but there's others.
I
I
think
think
produced by them especially. So I've noticed like little things. Like I've been watching this thing. It's called Turning Point,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's very in depth, like super well researched. And it's like, you know, each episode is like an hour long.
Turning
And
Point.
It's about how the Cold War started.
Oh
pretty
yeah,
much,
you told
right?
us to watch it. I fucking forgot.
It's a lot.
Okay.
I'm still like in the first season. I'm like only on episode 9. I'm like, Jesus Christ! It's because it's so much information.
You have to
take
pay
in.
attention,
Yeah,
yeah.
you really have to pay attention. But even in like the beginning, like it starts off with like, the invasion, like Russian invasion of Ukraine, right? But
Yeah.
it's giving a very skewed reason of why it all fucking happened. I'm like, this isn't true at all. I'm looking. I'm like, that's not just the whole story. I'm on why this is going down. Like,
So-
and they interviewed Zelensky, and he's sitting there like, oh,
So they're just eliminating facts. That's what I'm saying. Like they're not giving you the whole story. So what's the point of a fucking documentary?
Yeah. But that's it. This is the
Supposed to
thing.
get as many sides.
This
as
is
you can.
why I
even
like-
fucking Snapped.
Yeah.
Show where all women killers, which me and Jess watch all the fucking time. They give you mad points of view of that person.
Yeah.
And it's all like, you know, I understand that some of their family members don't fucking want to participate and shit, so they like blur their faces out in pictures and stuff like that. But they give you these views where you see totally different fucking opinions of the same person.
Yeah. So that.
But they could leave that out if
Yeah.
they wanted to make it look a certain way, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's
so
what
they
they do.
So in this thing, they interview
Zelensky,
Zelensky, right? And he gives his, reason why this all happened. They interview Putin, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, I want to hear what Putin has to say. I need to hear both people are saying.
Yeah.
On the issue. Mm-hmm. But they didn't get that. I'm like, yeah.
And that's when
I
you're
understand why. But you need to go into everything as like pretty skeptical.
Yeah.
With everything you're learning about, especially when it comes to history and war and all that stuff like that. You need to know if you're getting both sides. But then they started going into, they went into like World War II and how really the Cold War started right after World War II because of the development of nuclear weapons. That's really the whole reason. And the spread of communism and all that shit like that. So it gives very in depth. I really want to say opinions. Because they really
They
are.
really are.
But you need to also be able to kind of like break that down. Like, okay, I'm hearing this from this guy, but I want to hear what this other guy has to say.
Yeah.
You know, but it's pretty cool, man, because it goes through all of the
He's dreaming.
all the leaders of of the Soviet Union. You know,
He's trying to run from this podcast too.
yeah.
Even in his dreams. The fucking tongue out is the best. He's like fucking dead. He sleeps all fucking day.
Good for him. Wish I could do that.
I wish I could do that too. But go ahead.
No, that's it. But what I'm saying, like but it was like the very beginning of this documentary. I'm like, oh, come on, dude. Like, really? Like
But
anyone who isn't questioning what's going on.
Did they do it to show parallels of what has happened since the Cold, like in the Cold War?
Yeah, like of what? Yeah, it's
Do you
kind
know
of
what I'm saying? Like,
they
okay, this
started
is
in the
what's
beginning.
happening now. This
Yeah.
is what you're hearing now.
Yeah,
And then
Now
this
let's get into the history.
into the history of
and it jumps, but it does jump around a lot.
back and forth.
You know, and it goes into East and West Germany or East and West Berlin, like the Berlin Wall, all that shit like that. It's fucking crazy, man. I mean, and listen, there's no denying that, you know, communism and like, you know, the Soviet Union, shit like that. They were fucking assholes. We're not great either. Let me tell you.
No,
we were
dude,
not
we've
great
done
either.
some fucking.
We've done
bad
some
shit.
really fucked up shit. We didn't starve our people like fucking, you know,
Yeah.
like Stalin did, you know, because they didn't agree with you know. So the Ukraine, especially the Ukraine, it's very complicated because there was a lot of people who were not. The whole history of Ukraine is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You know, because there's a lot, like when everything started fucking going down, you know, the Bolshevik Revolution happened. They were kind of like, we're not fucking down with this new communist bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of fought it, ended up losing, and you know, because of that, there was always that tension.
Yeah.
You know, in that area. So when the Soviet Union fell, you know, Ukraine was like, woo, later, dude. You know, along with like, you know, Lithuania. Around that time, that was fucked up too. The whole Lithuanian thing, Poland. But that was all started kind of like a grassroots movement, you know, like the Lithuania and everything. But then, you know, when Lithuania finally like broke free, and this was under Gorbachev.
Mm-hmm.
Like to this day, no one really knows if Gorbachev made this call or not. So there's like
Speculation.
There's a lot of speculation on whether he actually sent in the troops to fucking like, dude, they were fucking like killing people. Like they cut off any kind of like food coming in, all resources, and then they sent in tanks and like kids with guns, like kids. Like you saw those video of it. They're children.
Yeah.
These Russian kids, they look scared. Like they didn't want to be there.
No.
It's the same thing that's happening now.
Yeah.
You know, all these people getting sent over to fucking Ukraine. It's the same fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's very informative. Very you know, I didn't know a lot of this history. I was like, holy shit, this is really fucking cool. You know, but I question a lot of it just because of the beginning and the way they portrayed fucking Ukraine as like this, you know, they're so fucking great and like this evil fucking Putin over here who's just trying to fucking, you know, run the world again because he was a former KGB and he wants to bring back the, you know,
Soviet Union.
He wants to bring the Soviet Union back to its glory. What fucking glory?
Glory.
What glory? It was always a piece of shit. It was always.
But when you see interviews of Putin, he doesn't seem crazy.
He's not crazy. He's not a crazy person.
He's not a fucking.
He's very intelligent.
He's very intelligent.
And he's
no nonsense.
He's also not. He also doesn't want to hear shit.
No.
That's not a good leader.
No. Exactly.
Like you need to listen to your
way.
people. Yes, you need to listen to your fucking people because you are effectively running you're running the fucking.
You're running the
people.
country. Yeah.
He's a fucking dictator. Let's be fucking real.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't want to fucking hear it. He knows best. No one can tell me shit, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
It is.
Because if no one can tell you shit and you have the
then nobody can tell you shit.
Ability to fucking blow the fucking planet up 8 million times.
That's what I'm saying.
That's scary. You know?
Yeah, if you get to that point where you don't give a fuck, like, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, we're fine. If we are it's so fucking crazy how easily this world could just disappear.
Oh yeah.
In a matter of like 20 minutes. That's how long it would take. 20 minutes
to kill the entire planet.
The entire planet would be fucking destroyed.
Jesus.
It almost happened in the 80s.
Yeah.
because that one scientist who actually there was this one scientist who was watching kind of like this like radar thing, right? And it was like a brand new system to make sure. It was during the 60s, I think. Was it 60s or 80s? The 80s, yeah. So it was, yeah.
I was gonna go right back to sleep.
Yep.
We don't even know why he woke up. But go ahead.
So this system that the Russians had, the Soviets had, started going off saying that we had launched nuclear weapons.
That we had, United States.
The United States had launched all these nuclear weapons. But it was only like 3 or 4. Something crazy, like some kind of crazy number like that. And the guy, it starts going off, and he's supposed to make the call to whoever, like, his superior, to be like, yo, we're under attack.
Yeah.
And the response would be, send them back their way. But he's watching it. He's like, this doesn't make any sense. He's like, if they were going to do it, it wouldn't be, like, we had thousands of them. He's like, why would they only send 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Or 5 or 6 or whatever the number was. So he did a little bit more digging into it before making the call. And I was like, he's like, I got to be sure. And found out that it was malfunctioning, and it was picking up like clouds.
Oh shit.
Something with the
So
clouds.
we were
Like,
like
it was some kind of
nothing- there was,
reflection
like,
off the
nothing
clouds.
going on, yeah.
Nothing was happening. It was like some kind of reflection off the clouds or something like that it was picking up. And he like literally saved the fucking planet, this man. Literally
Christ.
saved the planet. And in doing so, he ruined his fucking career. He actually ruined his career because he pointed out the flaw
in the system.
And if you know anything about fucking Soviets, they don't fucking ever fucking cop the shit. They're never wrong. They're never, it was the same with Chernobyl.
Yeah.
When that all fucking happened, they never copped to it. They never were like, oh yeah, like it took. They were like, there's no way the reactor fucking blew up.
Yeah.
Everything's safe. The reactor's completely fine. It was just like there was a fire over here. Blew up. Meanwhile, all these people are getting fucking like fallout, like fucking like ash raining down on them from the fallout and everything like that.
Jesus Christ.
Ugh.
It's just
And they were all
insane.
fucked. They were all fucked up.
Yeah, that place is a ghost town now.
Yeah. All the people were fucked up. People had problems for fucking years.
Cancers.
Everything.
Fucking everything. Yeah.
Women had like deformed kids.
Yeah, everything. Like you said, it affected
awful,
affected
dude.
everything. It's crazy that we invented some shit like that.
And yeah,
It's a shame.
it's so fucked up. And we kept doing it. That was the problem. Is like we went from, we went from was it fusion? No, fission. We went from fission to fusion. Is that right? Yeah, like the hydrogen bomb. Yeah, because the hydrogen bomb was fusion, I think. So it was a completely different process. So it was uranium. The first one was uranium, and then the second one I think was the hydrogen bomb, and that one was like, way more powerful.
It's crazy. I forget what movie I was watching. I think it was one of the Mission Impossibles. I'm not sure, but it's like a submarine, and they kind of get hacked by AI, and they're sensing like an enemy submarine, right? Like on the radar.
Yeah.
Like an enemy submarine shows up, and they launch like 4 missiles, and they're like, fuck, we're under attack. You know what I mean? Like they're like, get our shit ready. We got to, combat theirs. What blah, 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 blah. They're fucking all preparing for that shit to impact. And they launched their own to like, counteract them. So it was kind of like if they hit each other, just fucking blow up in the ocean and everything be okay. And they launched theirs. And then everything on the enemy side disappears. Their missiles, their whatever. Then they hack their missiles and revert them to that, and it fucking hits the submarine. I'm like, fuck. Like, how easy is that? Like, for that to happen, like in that moment where you have to think, okay, this is an enemy. They just launched some shit. We got to fucking launch our counterattacks. So it's like a ghost saying, I don't have any missiles, but I can get missiles from that same submarine, you know what I mean? So they got them to launch, and they fucking reverted them and destroyed them and shit. So then that was the opening scene. I'm pretty sure it was Mission Impossible. I'm not.
That's fucking great.
But it was like I only got to see like a few minutes after that, so I didn't get to finish the movie. But just that like that AI fucking interference, like they weaponized your own weapons. Like I don't know, it was fucking wild. Like I'm like, damn, who thinks of this shit? But it's shit that, you know.
It's the scariest fucking time to be alive.
It's a scary time. Man. These are the things we couldn't fathom in the 90s. Like I couldn't even.
Yeah, and look at the two morons that are fucking up for election. This is this is what I'm so terrified of. Is like we have these bozos, you know, arguing about fucking skin color and the dumbest shit that doesn't fucking matter.
No, when there's shit, there's real threat to everyone.
Yeah.
It's a shame, man. It's depressing. Like, you know what I mean? I hate the fucking.
My biggest thing, especially with you know, I look at what happened in the past 4 years with like we had, you know, under Trump we had no wars.
Yeah.
You know, I will say, and I'll give credit where credit's due, man. Like the dude kind of had these people on their fucking heels. He was like, listen, but he did it in a way that made sense. It was like, we don't want to go to war with you. Like it doesn't benefit anyone. He's like, but if you fuck with us, like he put things in place where he was like, you fuck with me, it's gonna fucking you're not gonna look good to your people, type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, he put things in place that made sense. Everything was undone when fucking Biden came in, just because it's like, well, he did this, it makes him look good, so we have to undo it all.
To make it
Instead
look
of being like, this
sense.
makes a lot of sense. The dude keep this in place.
Exactly.
So they undid all that shit, and what happens? We have 2 fucking new proxy wars we're involved in. It's fucking sick.
It's
It's
sick.
sick.
It's
like you're so worried that someone did something good for the people that you have to undo it. It's weird.
It is. It goes against everything that you think they think.
Yeah.
Or they're supposed to think, or they're supposed to fight for, or they're supposed to, you know, impose. Like, it's like he met with those people. Then he met with Putin. He met with Kim Jong Un.
Yep.
Like,
And he was like, listen, dude, like we don't want
this.
None of us want
But you
this.
don't want this either.
You definitely don't want
you know
this.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. You ever hear the story about him when he went to go talk to the leader of the Taliban?
no.
So he sat down with the leader of the Taliban, and he was trying to negotiate this is when he was trying to negotiate the exit from Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits down with him. He's like, we want an exit, like, yo, pretty much like we want to leave Afghanistan, but we want to do it peacefully, this and that. And he's like, and pretty much if he's like, and he had like an interpreter with him.
Yeah.
You know, he's talking. He's like, and if you go back on this, I will kill you. Right? And the interpreter looks at him. He's like, say it. And he says it to him, and he fucking drops a fucking picture of his fucking guy's house right in front of him. He's like,
Trump does?
Yeah. He's like, I will kill you and your family.
My God.
And drops, I don't know if he said his family. He's like, I will kill you. And he drops a picture of him and just gets up and leaves the fucking room. Like, dude was kind of fucking like,
Yeah.
I got your shit, dude. Like, don't fuck with me. I don't want this to fucking happen, type of thing. He's like, I'm not. He's a
Businessman.
He's a
He's not trying to fucking
He always is looking for leverage,
leverage.
and that's the thing. Is like he's always the kind of person who's looking for leverage. And is Kamala looking for leverage?
No.
No.
She's looking for the votes.
It's fucking crazy. This
To
is
do
this
what?
was
To
scary,
do God
man.
knows what.
And I hate, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying, I'm not. This isn't me endorsing Trump. You know, I'm just giving credit where credit is due. But I have zero credit to give Kamala.
There's nothing to
Nothing.
credit her for. But also, you know, every once in a while you get a person that's never been president. I just don't. I don't know. I don't have high hopes.
If she had handled the fucking border, I could have been like, all right, well, at least she fucking did that. You know, what did she do good?
Border czar.
The border czar. What did the border czar do?
I don't know, man. I don't have like I said this year, man. Like you notice, like crypto's not moving. Crypto's like watching. I know that everybody hates crypto, but
No, I love it.
I think it's the solution. It's the solution.
And apparently, Trump is super fucking pro crypto now.
Yeah.
I heard
he
that.
knows. He knows. He knows what's up. I don't know, but you want to end it there? What do we got?
Yeah. I'm fucking depressed now.
Let's go drink another beer off camera. Well, that's it for now. I've been Bert. Hopefully Kenny feels better next time.
This is Samson.
This is Samson.
Scott Balls.
Scott Balls. And we are out.
Holla.
See you next time.
Instate on decision. Mr. Function, come off it, teach them all a lesson. Me say, when we fire jam and bass, how we mash up the place, how we turn